Today's topic is a little controversial, but it's something that needs to be talked about. Over the past few years, there have been growing reports of Israeli nationals setting up Jewish-run compounds and community centers across Thailand, places where locals aren't allowed to enter. In some cases, even Thai police officers have been turned away, and these compounds aren't just tucked away in one area, they're spread out. Phuket, Chiang Mai, Bangkok, Koh Phangan, Koh Samui, many are connected to the Chabad Lubavitch movement or other Israeli-linked groups. They have their own private security, strict entry rules, and seem to operate with very little oversight from local authorities. Thai officials actually held a meeting with senior Israeli security representatives in Phuket in late 2025. The topic? Access restrictions at Chabad centers and reports of misconduct by Israeli tourists. Think about that for a second. Local law enforcement having to negotiate with foreign security forces just to enter spaces on their own land. That's not normal in a sovereign nation. But here's the thing, when you start seeing these places pop up all over the map, it's not just about privacy or religion anymore. It's about separation. It's about entire zones inside Thailand operating by their own rules, quietly, confidently, like little worlds apart from everything around them. I've been living here long enough to feel it. You can see it in people's faces, hear it in the tone of the news, and feel it in the air. For years, Thailand was this easygoing paradise where everyone looked the other way. A little visa trick here. Some foreigner doing something dumb, everyone laughed it off, but not anymore. That easygoing patience is cracking, and lately, it's not just about bad behavior, it's about respect, or the lack of it. You see, this isn't about one incident, it's about a pattern. Every week now you open the news and there's another headline, foreigners arrested in Koh Phangan, fake money used in Samui, tourist spits in police officers' face in Pattaya. It's like a new genre of embarrassment. And the crazy thing, most of us foreigners living here feel it too. Because when one person disrespects this country, it stains all of us. 4 Israeli guys, all in their mid-20s, recently out of military service, rented out a luxury villa for what they called a celebration. Supposedly, they were here to party after the Gaza ceasefire. Fine, celebrate peace, sure, but what they did was the opposite of peaceful. A French tourist nearby called the cops because the music was blasting all night. When the police showed up, these guys were nervous, twitchy, hiding things under cushions. Turns out they were hiding drugs. Not a good look. And when the news hit Thai media, people were furious. Not because of the drugs alone, but because of the arrogance. Because it wasn't just a private mistake, it was loud, public, and entitled. And honestly, I get it, because this country has been incredibly patient with us, way more patient than most. You can get away with a lot in Thailand until suddenly you can't. And that moment, that snap, is what we're seeing right now. A week later, another story broke, this time Koh Samui, just a short ferry away. 2 Israeli tourists walked into a government savings bank with US dollars, crisp $50 notes. They wanted to exchange them for baht, but something felt off. The bank double-checked with headquarters. Fake, every single note, $5,600 worth. Police arrested them on the spot. Now the thing is, fake currency scams aren't new in Southeast Asia, but it's rare to see foreigners doing it themselves, especially inside an official bank. Usually it's middlemen or some dodgy market stuff. And this, bold, stupidly bold. The local reactions were harsh. People were saying, see, they come here, they disrespect our money, our laws, our people. And again, this wasn't just about 2 people. It was about a bigger feeling that foreigners think Thailand's just a place to use, to test limits, to bend rules. And that's when Thai authorities decided enough. Right after those cases, Surat Thani police launched a full investigation into foreign land ownership, illegal businesses, visa abuse, and nominee setups. And you know what they found? A lot. Foreigners, many Israelis, but not only them, running car rental shops, tour companies, even food stalls without permits, working on tourist visas, buying land through Thai names, totally illegal. For years, this kind of thing was an open secret. People joked about it. But now, they're canceling visas, freezing accounts, raiding villas that look too fancy for the paperwork behind them. And honestly, it's overdue. Because this country's hospitality was never meant to be a loophole. It was meant to be kindness. And when kindness gets exploited, it turns into resentment. Let's be real. I'm saying this as someone who's benefited from that kindness. I've lived here for years. I've made mistakes too, but I learned early on, this country gives you a long rope, but once you reach the end of it, there's no more slack. And I think we're seeing the rope tighten across the whole region, not just Thailand. Now, here's the part that really drove it home for me. A few days after the Samoy arrest, another story popped up, this time in Pattaya. A Brazilian tourist woman, maybe mid-30s, got pulled over for driving a motorbike the wrong direction, no helmet, pretty standard stuff. But when the officer stopped her, she lost it. It spat in his face right there, but in front of everyone. You can imagine how that went down online. Thai social media exploded. People said, throw her in jail, deport her, never let her back. And honestly, Thailand isn't some chaotic free-for-all anymore. It's a country tired of being laughed at by the very guests it feeds, houses, and welcomes. And the thing is, when you talk to locals quietly, you'll hear the same phrase, we don't mind foreigners, we mind disrespect. It's that simple. They're not anti-tourist. They're anti-arrogance. And lately, that arrogance has been everywhere. You see it when someone brags about overstaying their visa on TikTok. You see it when influencers film monks for clout. You see it when people throw trash on the beach, then hashtag it number paradise. That's the disease, this idea that Thailand is just a backdrop, not a real country. You can feel it in immigration offices. The vibe has changed. Less smiles, more checks, more questions about your purpose. And it's not personal, it's protective. Let's flip the coin for a second, because amid all this chaos, all these stories of scams and disrespect, something else happened that reminded everyone of why Thailand still stands out. A bar worker in Pattaya found a lost bag inside, almost 10,000 Australian dollars and a passport. She could have easily walked away with it. No one was watching, but she didn't. She brought it straight to the police, and the owner got everything back. Thai media praised her like a national hero, and they should have, because that's the real Thailand, the one built on karma, honesty, and quiet decency, the kind that doesn't make headlines until it does. Another story from Bangkok, a Thai man chased down a Korean tourist who left his wallet on a bus, returned it intact, didn't even want a reward. He just said, bad karma to keep what's not yours. It's small moments like that that remind me why I fell in love with this country in the first place. Not the beaches, not the food, the people. Because even when foreigners mess things up, there's still this deep cultural backbone holding everything together, but you can only stretch that backbone so far. When too many people come here and treat the place like a playground, that cultural balance starts to break. And when it breaks, everyone loses. Now, some people might say, oh, you're exaggerating. Thailand needs tourism, but it doesn't need bad tourists. The tourism industry isn't dying because of stricter rules. It's evolving. Thailand's saying, we want guests, not opportunists. And honestly, I respect that. Because for too long, this country was treated like the world's emotional sandbox. People came to escape consequences. The Royal Thai Police have made it clear, visa abuse, illegal work, fake businesses, they're coming after all of it, and they should. Because the system only works when everyone respects it. And think about it. You've got people overstaying for years, pretending to be tourists, while genuine visitors struggle to extend a simple visa. And that's exactly why they're tightening the screws. I've had friends who got stopped at immigration recently, just routine checks. They weren't doing anything wrong, but you can feel the difference. Before, officers would wave you through with a smile. Now they're flipping through your passport, ask, how long have you been here? And if your answers don't add up, you're on the next flight home. It's not hostility, it's accountability, because somewhere along the line, foreigners forgot their guests. And that's really the heart of this whole thing. Thailand isn't angry, it's disappointed. disappointed that the kindness it gave out so freely was taken for granted. But here's where it gets complicated, because for every arrogant tourist, there are 1,000 respectful ones who love this country, who follow the rules, who genuinely contribute, and those people they're hurting too, because now they're looked at with suspicion. The few ruined it for the many. When I walk around now, I can sense the mix, the pride, the anger, the fatigue. Locals don't want to hate anyone. They just want fairness. They want peace in their neighborhoods, respect in their temples, and honesty in their transactions. And who can blame them? Let's rewind a bit. When those 4 Israelis got caught, they said they came to celebrate peace. But peace isn't about how loud your party is. It's about how quietly you can coexist. And that's what Thailand's asking for: coexistence, not chaos. You can celebrate here, have fun, live free, but not at someone else's expense. Not by mocking the laws or bribing your way through them. That era's over. And in a strange way, that's a good thing. Because the more Thailand tightens its laws, the more it protects its essence. The more it demands respect, the more it earns it. Sometimes you need boundaries to keep beauty intact, and that's exactly what's happening now. People say, oh, Thailand's changing. Yeah, it is. It's growing up, and maybe that's what's making so many people uncomfortable. Because when you've been spoiled by freedom, accountability feels like oppression. But from where I'm standing, this change is necessary. It's healthy. It's what separates chaos from culture. I've seen Thailand through its good years and its bad ones, through coups, curfews, and reopenings. But what's happening now isn't political, it's moral. It's about a country deciding who it wants to be moving forward. And it's drawing lines not out of anger, but out of self-respect. And if you've lived here long enough, you'll know. It's quiet, it's polite, but it's firm. You cross it, and that smile disappears fast. So yeah, something's changing in Thailand, and maybe that's a good wake-up call for all of us foreigners who call this place home. We can't keep pretending we're on vacation forever. We're guests. And being a guest means you don't get to rewrite the house rules. If you can't respect them, you shouldn't be here. It's that simple. Now, I'm not saying every foreigner who misbehaves deserves exile. People make mistakes, but there's a difference between a mistake and a pattern. A mistake is forgetting your helmet once. A pattern is spitting in a cop's face. A mistake is staying a week over your visa. A pattern is staying 8 months and calling yourself a digital nomad. A mistake is losing your cool. A pattern is losing your respect. And Thailand is finally saying enough patterns. I think that's what we're all witnessing, not a crackdown, but a correction, a reset. Because somewhere between the full moon parties and the luxury villas, Thailand's true spirit got blurred. And now it's sharpening again. And maybe we needed this reminder too, because as foreigners, we like to talk about Thai smiles, but we forget what's behind them. Those smiles aren't weakness, they're strength. They mean patience, dignity, and pride. But even the warmest smile can fade when it's taken for granted. Because if you really love this country, you should want it to protect itself. You should want it to stay clean, safe, respectful, the way it's always been at its best. For the honest expats, for the good tourists, for the locals who've been patient beyond measure, this change is long overdue. Thailand's not closing off, it's standing up. And I respect that more than anything. So the next time someone tells you Thailand's getting too strict, just smile and tell them, no, it's getting strong. What do you think about those Israeli-run compounds across Thailand, the ones locals and even police reportedly can't enter? Share your thoughts in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.